Hello everybody, SuperMarioPoke here, and unfortunately, this is an older mic, so it might sound a little bit less quality, although I will try to clean it up. And I do need to get a better new mic, as the one I have broke, and that's really annoying. That's pretty, it's pretty annoying, that's all I gotta say about that. Now, I do have 2 TCG matches against Sucker4Jessica that I will upload today and tomorrow for, the guys that want to see a battle on Sunday. I've got the round 2 of the 2-part kind of battle we just did, because we decided to have a rematch after this one, and that's why it's only 2 battles instead of, best 2 out of 3. But besides that, the, it's just, I get a very bad hand, so I will Pecom the Electric out for a, Cleffa, which is just going to be a free prize for him. But I just need to shuffle out my hand, because 3 junk arms, really? I do not need that many junk arms in my hand at any time, because that's just, junk arming 2 junk arms at that point. I mean, I just need to put those back, try to get a better hand. And I do get somewhat of a decent hand, but nothing, I really want. As at this, there's nothing I can really do, and this Kyurem is just gonna, oh my gosh, it's such a headache just thinking about it. Because Kyurem is pretty dangerous, especially when you can't get stuff going before he gets that going. And as you can see, he does slightly place down an electric energy that I did not see on that electric, and that will come into play later. But I will Engineer's Adjustments, get rid of the electric energy that I should be able to get back later, right? So, I am just going to go ahead and Junk Arm now. I believe what I should have done is Junk Arm the Pikachu, since I could always revive for it later if I needed it. But the fact of the matter is, it's going to be hard getting Raichu going against Kyurem. And I decided to go with the revive because, I can Junk Arm it later. Although, because I might decide to just go ahead and Eek at this point. So I figured I might as well put that where I can easily access it with another Junk Arm for later, instead of getting rid of that Pikachu, which I just don't need. It's just going to clog up my playing hand and my deck and all that kind of stuff. So, unfortunately, with that, it's just not going to work out the way I want it. But what I can do is I can retreat to Zekrom, as this is going to let me, I'm going to lose Cleffa, but I have my twins. So I'm, baiting him to take out the Cleffa for, I'm giving him a free prize. And that way I can, activate my twins, try to get something going, because at this point I'm having the worst luck and I'm not getting anything going that I want to, which is making me mad, but my Dynamo has 30 HP. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a Kyurem for starters, and then also a Pokemon catcher. And with the catcher I can catcher out the electric, hope he does not have an energy in his hand, or pulls into one, as with that, I'll be able to save myself for 1 turn. And I'll be able to, Pecom out the Beartic and get something else going. And I'm just crossing my fingers that he does not have that good old energy in his hand. As this is my shot right here. This is a turning point in the match. Can I, get an electric going? As that'll help me get the energies I need on, either Raichu or Kyurem, because I just need to get some of those energies out of the discard. And it turns out he had an energy. So that plan fails, and he gets another prize, and Raichu is starting to gain some, damage points on it. And the biggest threat with Kyurem is just the fact that, he puts damage on you every turn. And if I could just get an energy, save it in my hand until Zekrom's at a high amount of HP, he does not have a lot on his bench. And if I could be able to, just take out the Kyurem with Zekrom, I can probably run through his team with Zekrom, or at least, take out the Kyurem, which, will buy me some time to try to get something of my own going. Because, I have a revive in my hand, I can revive the Dynamo, and, take out the Kyurem, and just start fresh. But the problem is I cannot pull into an energy, and it's, oh my gosh, it's such a stressful moment. I need to pull in that energy before Zekrom goes down. I just need to. If I can, it's perfect. I could not ask for anything more. I mean, come on. And it's, I'm just crossing my fingers here, hoping that it does work out. And he starts setting up the Vanillix, which is kind of a pain, as that will, go ahead and annoy me for 1, but 2, it's just something else he can set up and get going. And he is running a very similar deck that, relies on water Pokemon and some electric and, some actual, electric Pokemon and electric itself to help boost everything on his bench. But he is putting energies on his electric, 1 so it can attack, and 2, so he can go ahead and retreat if I decide to catcher it out, because he does not want to get into that situation, which I tried to get him in, but then it didn't work. Now, he does have Mareep. Not sure if he has Ampharos Prime or just, Ampharos or just Mareep. I mean, I really don't know at this point. But I do have a Pecom, and so I can Pecom the electric out, because at this point, I mean, I did not get the... Oh my gosh, I didn't get the energy. I did not get the energy. So I'm just going to Vault Beartic, give him some more HP. And, I mean, what I could have done is I could have saved it as a Cubchoo so that I could put water energy on it if I do pull one, finally pull one. And then put his Kyurem to sleep, try to do something while he's asleep. But I figured at this point I just need to get that guy more HP because I do not want to lose so many Pokemon. I mean, it's just like, are you kidding me, Kyurem? You kidding me? I mean, seriously. Not funny. I don't think it's funny. Come on, Kyurem. Oh my gosh. But besides that, he is just going to go ahead and do whatever he wants. And that includes doing that. So that's not good. I do have a catcher, but nothing that I can, go ahead and be like, ha, now you can't, now you can't retreat. I can't stall you out for a turn with the catcher, which makes it pointless now. He does have an electric, but he can go ahead and put stuff on that like he's going to do, just to, make sure he can retreat. And at this point, if that Kyurem had 0 energy on it, I would catcher out the Kyurem. I don't care if he doesn't have Kyurem out. If that thing has 0 energy, I would do it, because I just need to get something going. And at this point, he's just, oh my gosh, he is setting up all over me, and there is not much I can do. Luckily, though, I am getting some of the flips very nicely. And I do have a collector, so I might as well use it. And I do get a Zekrom, and I pulled out the 2 Tynamas. Mainly for Pecom fodder, or when I do, basically when I'm able to get the those Kyurems out of the way, I can just boom, Tynamo, and hopefully get some electrics the next turn, or, Pecom for them, stuff like that. As pretty soon, I don't. You know what? I don't get the energy. If you notice, my Zekrom is at 120 HP, and that sucks. He's just going to retreat and go to Kyurem, because he's like, man, I don't want to go ahead and miss all the time. I mean, he wants to take out the Zekrom. And unfortunately, what I wanted to do is I wanted to catcher out the Kyurem and take him out with an Outrage. But it's not going to happen, as I did not get that energy in time, and I've been waiting forever for an energy. And I'm running enough energy in this deck. I should have gotten one by now, and it's just frustrating. I mean, I'm pretty sure, all my supporters, or, look, there's an energy. Oh my gosh. I mean, what? Are you serious? So now I do decide to Engineer's Adjustments, and I get 2 energies out of it. And if my Zekrom was still there at that amount of HP, I would have just put it on Zekrom Outrage, taken a prize, tried to get back in this, as it is a problem. But I can't put down the Turnimals yet, and it's making me upset. But I decided not to put down the Zekrom, as it's just, free damage on it for him. But I can easily set it down later when I actually have something to put on the Zekrom. So, unfortunately, I still cannot get, anything going, and it's just so frustrating. Seriously. But luckily, I am able to outrage this turn and do some massive damage. So, what I decide to do is, okay, I revive, and I revive the Zekrom. That is one thing. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say, you know what, I believe it, yes, I do put down the other Zekrom, and now I'm just going to go ahead and outrage, do 110, and that's about all I can do here. I mean, he can outrage take me out, and that kind of sucks. But, once again, there's nothing I can do. I mean, and he does decide just to glaciate, which I found weird. I mean, personally, I would have just went ahead and gone with the good old Outrage, take out the Kyurem, because now I'm just going to outrage this Kyurem as well, which does not have the amount of energies to, or amount of hit points to survive the outrage. And I do get a free kill on that Kyurem. This one only has 20 HP left, so that's good. And I also have energy in my hand, so Zekrom can do some work. And as you see, I am starting to come back. I'm starting to get some energies in my hand. And unfortunately, it came a little too late, because I was already down 3 prizes when it started. But when you get kind of dry on energy like that, it's just really hard to get anything going, especially when you can't get your Tynamos moving, when Kyurem's just sitting in your face laughing, and oh my gosh. Now I know why, Kyurem, a lot of people want Kyurem, and this is why. Now I believe he has 3 or 4 Kyurems in his deck, as it is probably the main focus of his deck, that early Kyurem. Now I do run a Kyurem in my deck, as you saw, and that is mainly, it helps counter Durant, and I just, I only have 1 Kyurem. And it just, allows me to do a lot of stuff I couldn't do without Kyurem. So I do run 1 in my deck, but just back to the matter is, it's pretty good. And if you have one, you should, or if you have enough to run a Kyurem deck, I would recommend it. As you can see, stuff like Dynamotor, when you get kind of stuck setting up early, and he can get those, maybe just set up early 3 turns or whatever. It's definitely a pain, but luckily I can, start evolving stuff. And I'm gonna junk arm a switch and a junk arm. I mean, why switch at this point? And get a Pecom, and then I'm gonna Pecom the Cupchew for another, electric. But at this point, I would have scooped a long time ago, probably when he took his first prize, because just nothing was going my way, and I definitely would have scooped at that point. Actually, not the clever prize, the second prize. I would have just scooped and started the second match. But as you can see, that all that was left was my Professor Oaks. So I am starting to get something going. I am taking prizes. It is so far he has 3. I have 3 stuff left, and I'm like, yes, but he has energies on his electric, and so that will be the match. So that is game 1. He takes game 1, and so tomorrow you guys will see game 2. It'll be very interesting. And there was no game 3 yet, but that'll be determined by what happens tomorrow. So until then, go ahead and hit that like button if you do so choose to do, and if I'll see you guys later. So hopefully I will get that mic soon. I do need to get that, as this mic is not up to par of what I want for the mic kind of stuff, but it's what I got. So other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace.